All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for being here. Throw me some love. Welcome to the channel. And let's go ahead and get right into the topic, man. I want to talk about level 3 when it comes to living here in Thailand. You know, I put out a prior video talking about level 2. Level 1 is pretty self-explanatory. Level 2 is a whole other level. That's where the reality hits you and you just kind of understand what it is. But today I want to talk about level 3. And this is real, like for real. This is where you, like, to me, in my opinion, take your real literal first step and like impregnate yourself, like when it comes to being here. Like you literally take it personal. Like you take everything, and I'm not talking about walking around like insecure and like you literally take the well-being of society personal, because you understand that everyone else here does. And this is really hard to explain, but this is like truly where you begin to like chart a different course, and you will begin to distance yourself in a lot of ways from especially the touristy areas, the other phalangs and stuff. Man, this is really a big deal. Like honestly, the longer I'm here, the more I don't want to be around most, you know, phalangs. And this is no disrespect. Listen, come out here, have your good time. This is, you know, society is like catered to that, you know, based on where you go and how long you're here. Like, listen, everything will take you in and you'll have a good time, but it's just not for me long term. You know, I'm not out here like partying for like 2 fucking weeks. You know, I'm out here looking for, you know, bust downs and looking for booty and boom boom and looking for chicks. You know, like I'm not trying to go out here and like play that crap. But a lot of people are. And listen, to each his own. This is no bash or disrespect. It just is a different lifestyle. This is not the lifestyle I would want to lead every day. You know, there has to be a distinction between the people that come here to, you know, have a good time and the people that come here to like live long term. There is a big difference. But to be honest, there's like, you could even break those groups like further down as well, because there's a lot of people that come here to have a good time who don't drink. There's a lot of people who come here to have a good time who are couples. You know, they come to explore the like scenery and the nature. They ride the trains and the buses. They literally just take it all in from city to city when they come here. They live in hostels, but there's also a group of people who just like don't care about nobody. And I see this shit every day and I get sick and tired of it. So talking about level 3 is like, you want to distance yourself from the other phalangs. As a phalang, like a phalang, as a foreigner, as a tourist, like whatever. Like phalang that's what we're called here by the locals. We're a phalang. I'm a phalang, you're a phalang. It doesn't matter. Good phalang, bad phalang, you're a phalang. So understand that that's a broad umbrella. So this is kind of what I'm saying is like, today, okay, like me and Supawati, I've talked about this. We run a little small shop, you know, about, you know, 5-6 days a week. You know, we work hard, but we take our time off as well. Like tomorrow we don't go in, so, you know, we still go out from time to time. And I'm gonna like take her out. We're gonna go play some beer pong, shoot some pool and shit like that. You know, pay your tab as you go type stuff. And this is the stuff I've always talked about, but we're still gonna go out and have a good time from, you know, now and then, like pretty much once or twice a week. So with that said, like going out, today we go to shoot beer pong at one of our local favorites. I'm not gonna say the name, and it's a quiet place, but this fucking pearl colored Audi pulled in today, and I would have filmed these guys with the exception of they were so intoxicated and like, what do you call that word? Like they were just looking for trouble, phalangs. They pulled in to like in front of the parking lot. When they pulled in, they had like security guards working just to help like parking. No big deal. pretty standard when there's, you know, more like people coming in and stuff, you know. So they come in and they tell them, hey, park to the left, and they pull into the left, and the dude even couldn't even drive the damn car. He was shit-faced, hammered. We're talking filleting, same like cow skin, same, look like me, but not from America. He pulled in and he like literally bumped into the Buddha statue. The Buddha statue like literally just barely scratched his nice ass rental car while he's driving shit-faced hammered drunk. And he had the audacity like to get out and say something to the people that were trying to help him, like, hey, nitnoy, nitnoy, nitnoy. And he was too drunk trying to drive a clutch. And he obviously couldn't, and he overshot it. Bam, hit the little bit, not bad. But he gets out and has the audacity to start some shit. So I tell Superpoverty, hey, let's go. We go inside. So we go inside and we're shooting darts and stuff. And these two fucking guys come in. The driver, and like I thought they were gonna leave. I was hoping they would, but because this all occurred in the front of the establishment. But they eventually came in shooting live stream. Oh, I'm in Chiang Mai, Thailand, this and that. And it's just like, I'm telling Superpoverty, hey, we're out of here. Like, listen, I'm smelling trouble. I smell bullshit. Like, you literally get to a point where you don't want to affiliate with these type of people. Like, you are disgusted by this. And to be fair, man, like people come over here and get shit-faced and have a good time. Listen, to each his own. There ain't nothing wrong with it. But man, your ass is driving a Pearl Audi. Like, kudos. No jealousy, no hate. But you can't even drive, and you are being disrespectful, obnoxious, going around town, and it's obvious that it's not going to end like positive. And listen, I don't want to be around when that shit goes off. Like, I'm not going to be in the vicinity when the heat comes down on your ass, because you are bringing the heat to you. But on the other hand, like, it just repulses me to see people that just don't have any regard for where they are. Like, most people don't act this way. As I've said 100 times, most people don't. And this is why I said level 3. Level 3 means that you are literally gonna go out less and less to those types of places. You are going to like start like withdraw yourself to more Thai places. Like, honestly, let me a good example. Man, you want the best Thai food? Go into a place where they hand you a menu with no English on it. None. They don't speak a fucking lick of English. And maybe they got a little bit of an attitude, possibly. But you see them cooking the shit. You see them doing their thing. The prices are half. Man, you want some good Thai food, man, you got to go to these types of places. You've got to start to like withdraw and distance yourself from the average Farang and like incorporate yourself into Thai culture, Thai language. If you're going to stay here for some time, if you want any type of respect, if you want a good time, if you want to have a good life, if you want to make good friends, if you want to eat good food, if you want the whole experience, let's just be honest. You're gonna have to distance yourself from this stuff. You're gonna have to move away from these areas. You're gonna have to really I'm not telling you, you have to like be disgusted like I was talking about before, but I think these are natural progressions. Like, the longer I'm here, the more I understand how Thailand works and how people are accountable to each other. The more I'm disgusted when I see something like that. Like, the less I want to be around it, the less I want to be affiliated. Listen, you want me to go to Loi Kro Road, and I'm talking about Chiang Mai. I live in Chiang Mai, Thailand, northern Thailand. Loi Kro Road is not like Pattaya, Soi 6, or it's not like Bangla, Phuket, or Soi Cowboy, or Nana, Bangkok, or whatever. It's not that. It's a little bit. But it's more than I want to see. It's more than I want to be around. It's not who I am. It's not part of what I am. Like, I'm not out here trying to be solicited for banana. Like it's just not who I am. So level 3 is really, to me, about acceptance of level 2, which is the real true shockwave that's going to hit you. And this is subjective. People could talk and comment. Listen, I don't I'm not trying to like compete. I don't care. I'm talking about my own experiences. But level 2 is going to shock you. You're going to see what's under the surface. You're going to see about the scams, and you're going to see about the sucker shit. You're going to see like what's drawn and geared towards the tourists. You're going to understand tourist prices. You're going to understand how people are treated because they don't know us like a lick of Thai whatsoever. You're going to see these things over time, and it's going to become evident that you have a decision to make. And this is what level 3 to me is where you really start to dip your toes into stepping away from these areas because they more or less disgust you. Like, you get sick of seeing the same old drunk, repetitive, angry people. You get sick of that shit real fast, man. I don't want to be around angry, negative ass people. You know, and I'm not trying to go out here and pay, like 550 baht per beer every day to go hang out and be all happy on rooftops and stuff, which, listen, I do my share of these things. Like, I do indulge from time to time, but I limit that. Seriously. But the longer I'm here, the more like not just my toe is dipped in it, my whole foot is like dipped into being here, and even both feet. But listen, you got to indulge and treat yourself and treat your chick from time to time as well. Like, for real. But this is the thing, is like the longer you're here, the more like you don't want to be a part of that. And this is big. Like, let me go into this. This is part 2 of this same damn video. Man, when you got a chick that wants to fucking go to local places where it's cheap and take it back to the crib and watch some Netflix and just cuddle, man, you got something. And the same rules in the West apply here too. Man, you come out here, oh, I met this beautiful chick, but she wants to go out all the time. Man, she ain't yours, bro. Man, a chick that's yours wants to go to like local places, save money. She wants to chill. She wants to go home, sabai. She's gonna be almost not overbearing. She wants to be a part of everything you do. You know, like she is going to blend herself in that way. And like, on the other hand, like, god damn, I didn't want to get off on a tangent. When it comes to how people like communicate here, let me talk about like the next phase of this. This is big. Like, okay, people here don't say, oh, like, initially, sawadee kap, but you don't really understand. People here say, hey, pion, pion. Like, hey, P, like, hey, sir, like, what's up, man? It's like calling someone like young brother, but pion is like young sister. Like, it's a term of respect. Like, people also use ta, excuse me. But it's not that often, but you'll hear how people talk to each other and engage, and you'll start to really understand. And this is really freaking huge. Like, fun. And I know I'm messing this up, not saying this right. It means boyfriend or girlfriend. And you'll hear people even refer to you that don't even really know you, calling you this. This is where the red pills really begin to drop. Let me talk to you fools for a minute. When you really start to understand, like, Thai, you are going to understand Thai, but you are not going to be able to speak Thai. You're going to sit back and you're going to be so, like, when you've made that decision, you're going to learn it. You're going to observe it. You're going to shut your mouth, open up your 2 ears, and you're going to sit back, observe, and listen. And you are going to learn. You're going to understand Thai way before you can properly speak Thai. It is simple as this. This is level 3. This to me is a huge thing when you start to see how people use hierarchies within the culture here when it comes to how they address and talk to each other. When you start to understand little subtle things, man. But you also understand that they have a lot of English phrases they use, like up to you. Like here, like people say up to you. Like up to you. Like, where do you want to go? Up to you. Like, that's literally like a Thai thing too. Like, it's just easier to say it in English, I guess. Up to you. So, shout out for that. But I mean, you'll really pick up on more than you think. But when you do, and you start to really go down this road, you'll understand how much it's going to distance you. You're going to close doors, and you're going to have to close doors. Man, you're going to have friends here. For example, I have friends here that have different lifestyles, man. They party or they own bars. You know, they go out and do the, like, big stuff, like big, what do you call those events? Like these big events where there's like promoters and shit like that. Like, man, I know people like this here, and I've done some of this stuff, to be fair. But it's just not the lifestyle for me, you know, and you're going to have to come to that understanding. And people respect this. Like, everyone doesn't like judge or hate or cast shade. Man, you do you. People respect it. So level 3, it really changes things. It's basically a level of acceptance, but it's still dipping your toes outside of what you feel comfortable in, outside of where you've experienced like familiarity, like where you meet people who speak your language, where you, you know, where you're paying higher prices. You know, you're basically hanging out in a place that's curtailed and like custom designed to cater to, you know, people coming on holidays with money that don't speak the language, the local language. People that like come here and eat Thai food. Listen, you want to eat Thai food, you got to go to the goddamn gutter. Man, you want to eat some good Thai food, you got to go to somebody that's like, wait, oh my, she's slamming a spoon down mad. She doesn't understand. She's like pointing at the menu. I'm telling you the truth. If you're not willing to do this, you're not willing to go to level 3. So with that said, speaking some Thai is a really big part of this. But also understanding that you don't have anything in common with the average visitor here. You're nothing like that. You're a permanent resident. You have to think like a permanent resident. You have to think like a long-term person who's going to defend, protect, uphold, like everything they teach you and welcome you into when it comes to the culture here. If you're not willing to do that, they're not going to teach you. They're not going to show you. No one's going to sit here and embarrass themselves, you know. And actually, it's crazy because even though it's actually illegal to talk negative about people, specifically in Thailand, especially, or to really talk negative, it's really hard to find anything negative to talk about other than stank-ass phalangs. And I'm not talking about all. I'm a phalang. I'm a visitor. I've done my dirt, done my share, and I'm sorry, you know? But, man, like, you're not allowed to go, like, videotape people and just put them on the spot, you know? It's just disrespectful, and you won't understand that crap until you get here. You don't understand it. It's not about like people being put on blast. It's like, it's just disrespectful. It's actually illegal, if I'm not mistaken. You put somebody's face on social media here. This is why people cover their faces sometimes. Some people don't care, but always ask permission. But most of these fools that come here, that I'm talking about distancing myself from, they come here with a GoPro and a selfie stick, and they don't pay attention to anything they're walking by, like literally, like fundamentally. They're on vacation, and I'm not blasting, but I'm saying I have nothing in common with these people that don't pay attention to the nitty gritty, to the small things. I just don't. They're not here long time, and it's no disrespect. Do your thing, be respectful, and keep it trucking. But I'm talking about level 3. Level 3 is really about where you start to distance yourself. You learn more of the language. You accept it. You accept your role in society as well. Not as a sucker. Don't let that get twisted. Not as a sucker. But you understand that the more people take you in, the more is going to be expected of you. Like, not just monetary. Like, people think monetary stuff. Man, this is not money. It could be, but it's really about what you can, like, freaking contribute. What the hell are you contributing to making this place a better place? Like, what are you really doing? Like, to leave a footprint, like a happy footprint, a better footprint, leave the world a better place than what you discovered. And a lot of people just don't want to really accept this. This is the truth. It might take you some time. You might get burned once or twice in this process. It's a hard step to take, because level 3 is where you've accepted everything in level 2 I talked about before. But basically, you're taking that leap of faith. You're saying, I trust the process, and you should trust the process. But understand, like, be careful where you tread as well, because you got to take small steps and take it incrementally, or you will be quickly overwhelmed and rejected. And maybe even like running home with your tail tucked between your legs if you're not careful. You got to be careful. But with that said, I will tell you this, man. The more I dive in, the more I experience the Thai culture, the more I want non-English speaking, no Farang, like people that could like entertain the Farangs and stuff. I don't even want that stuff. And this is no disrespect. But the more I don't want this, the more I want an authentic experience with the people here, as is. I will mutually reciprocate the same effort, or energy, if you will, or goodness, or compassion, or whatever, kindness, whatever you want to call that. But this is like where you really take your ass in. Level 3 to me is a big deal. It's not as hard, like mentally, but it can be, because you've already made the decision, like accepting level 2. But level 3 is where you really dip your toes in, and you start to step away, and you really start to like detach from who you were when you first got here. You start to detach from the man you was when you stepped off that plane the first time in Thailand, where you really start to detach from your need for others. And you start to really attach yourself to your purpose, your meaning, and the people that you want to surround yourself with. It's a beautiful thing. Crazy as hell. It is. It's overwhelming. You got to be careful, and sometimes it will take your ass back, just like me. I get taken back sometimes. There's nights I literally have to step back and say, what the hell did I just see? Good and bad. There are nights where I literally have a hard time keeping my waterworks back from what I see. I'm serious. I see some of the best acts of kindness, some of the worst on the other hand. I see it all. But I would tell you this, if I got to make a choice and to make a decision when it comes to this, level 3, I choose to go this side. I choose to stay here. I choose to put my footprint down, to do what I can and do the best I can. And I feel like I can do the best I can here. I do. I love the man I'm becoming. I love the man I am. I like honestly, I wake up in the morning, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy with who I'm with. I'm happy at the man I see in the mirror. I love it. I literally do. I have more flexibility on the choices and decisions I've ever made in my life. Like, you can't understand this until you live here. You have so much flexibility to choose your outcome, to choose your course of life here, to choose what style and standard of living you want and who you surround yourself with, you have so much flexibility. There is no excuse for failure, in my opinion. There is none. There isn't. You have the flexibility to literally chart your own course here, in my opinion. And you're gonna have to close doors, leave things behind. When it comes to level 3, this is where I'm at. So with that said, level 4 coming soon. I'll talk about it. I don't even know what level 4 is gonna be, because level 4 is kind of like where I'm at right like at the moment, but it's hard to like put this stuff in words, because most people from the outside would never understand what I'm talking about. Most people that have never been here couldn't possibly even like identify with what I'm talking about. Like we don't give a damn that there's lady boys here. We just don't care. Like nobody cares. There's lady boys here. I see them all the time. Nobody cares. It doesn't affect or change my life. And then there's people that comment on my shit. I get a ton of hate, man. I get a ton of people that say, you know, I'm out here for that, or I'm out here like paying and like tricking and shit. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Man, these people don't know me. These people don't know. They've never even been here before, 90% of them. Man, your reality is where you place your flagpole, like where your love is. And I'm not saying put your love into someone else. I'm not saying don't do that either. Just be careful where you plant your flagpole. Your flagpole is your love, your heart. Wherever you put that and plant that flagpole, you go all in with it. You believe in it. You trust it. You go with it. And that is where your reality is going to be. And if your reality sucks ass, plant your flagpole somewhere else. Move. With that said, I love y'all. Throw me some love. I'm out of here.